All right, let's dive in. Have you ever wondered how really ancient beliefs get marketed in our super digital world? Well, we came across this fascinating online ad for, get this, a voodoo removal service. And today we're going to break it down piece by piece to see exactly how this whole thing is put together.
So, you might be asking, what is a voodoo removal service anyway? According to the ad we're analyzing, it's all about cleansing people from, negative spiritual influences. Sounds pretty mysterious, doesn't it? So let's really dig in and see how they try to sell this idea to someone just scrolling online.
Okay, so our starting point here is the simple online ad from Birmingham in the UK. And we're going to start right at the top with the very first thing you'd see, the headline. Wow, just look at this headline. It does not mess around. The words they use are so powerful, right? Eliminate, restore. We're not talking about a small change here. This is promising a total life reset. It's such a bold way to open, and it's designed to grab anyone who's feeling kind of stuck.
All right, so you've got this huge promise. What's next? Well, the ad goes straight for the problem. The whole goal here is to zero in on a pain point, right? Something that a person might be feeling, but maybe they can't quite describe it.
And just think about what they say is at risk. It's not the small stuff, the everyday annoyances. No, we're talking about two of the biggest things in anyone's life, their inner peace and their outer success. By going after those, the ad makes the problem feel huge, like it's not just a problem, it's an urgent crisis.
This is where it gets really clever. The ad starts to give this vague, unnamed feeling a name. And first up on the list is dark energies. It sounds pretty ominous, doesn't it? But at the same time, it's so vague. Anyone feeling a bit down or unlucky could read that and think, you know what? Maybe that's what's going on with me.
Okay, but then, for anyone who needs something a little more solid, the ad brings out the word curses. Now that's a word that carries some serious weight. It taps right into those really deep cultural fears of someone deliberately targeting you. It's way more specific than just dark energies.
And then, just to make sure they've covered all their bases, they throw in this ultimate catch-all term, harmful spiritual influences. So think about it. Whether you're feeling just a little bit off, or you think you've been specifically targeted, or you're somewhere in between, boom, this ad has just defined your problem for you. It's like casting a giant net, and it's pretty brilliant, really. Okay, so the problem has been set. It's been defined, it feels urgent. Now, the ad makes a pivot. It's time to talk about the transformation they're promising. And it's not just about taking away the bad stuff, it's all about what you're going to get instead.
And this is it, right here. This perfectly sums up the core pitch. It's the classic before and after. So on the left, you've got the problem you're dealing with. But on the right, well, that's the dream, isn't it? Just look at those words, harmony, confidence, prosperity. These aren't just little perks. These are some of the most fundamental things people want out of life, and they're being offered up as the ultimate prize.
And here's the real kicker, the masterstroke, if you will. The service doesn't just claim to fix what's wrong now. It says it protects you from future harm. So it's not just a one-and-done cure. It's basically a spiritual insurance policy. And you can imagine, for someone who's genuinely worried, that promise of long-term safety is absolutely massive.
All right, so the ad has laid out a problem, and it's promised this incredible, life-changing solution. But the million-dollar question is, how do they do it? What's the secret sauce? Let's take a look at the actual process they describe.
So the main mechanism here is something they call powerful healing rituals. But notice what's missing: any specific details. And that's on purpose. The mystery is a huge part of the appeal. All you, the customer, are supposed to know is that these rituals are powerful and they're done by a specialist. Those words are chosen very carefully to build trust and hint at some kind of secret, super effective formula.
And then they lay it all out for you in this really simple 4-step process. Look how clean and straightforward this is. It takes this really mystical, kind of complex idea and just boils it down into a clear, predictable set of steps. You go from expert guidance all the way to positivity restored. The whole structure is designed to make this mysterious service feel safe, logical, and totally trustworthy.
So problem, check. Solution, check. Process, check. The ad has really built its case, step by step. Now comes the final, and maybe the most important part, closing the deal. It's time to invite you to actually connect with them.
And this last step is super direct. No messing around. You get a name, Gowtham G,
which makes it feel personal, right? You get a phone number, an email, it's all right there. But the detail I think is the most interesting is the Google Maps link. That one simple link takes this abstract, spiritual idea and makes it feel real, tangible, like it's a real place right there in Birmingham. They've made it as easy as humanly possible for someone to take that next step.
So when we boil it all down, what we're looking at here is a classic marketing formula, right? Problem, solution, process. But it's being applied to something deeply spiritual. It's really a perfect case study. And it kind of leaves us with this bigger question to chew on. In this hyper-digital world we live in, how are the oldest human beliefs getting repackaged and sold to us to soothe our very modern anxieties? It's just a fascinating peek into where ancient traditions meet 21st century sales tactics.